Are you ready, Southside? Because it's time to talk Lincoln High School athletics and activities on the Railsplitter Roundtable. The Railsplitter Roundtable is brought to you by Smitty's Tenderloin Shop. Now, live on the Railsplitter Radio Network is the voice of the Railsplitters, your one and only Todd Guessford.
And good evening. Welcome to the Railsplitter Roundtable. My name is Todd Guessford. We're live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. Stop in and see us, say hi, and like Smitty says, eat her tenderloin. My technical director, Serenity Mefford, is with me tonight. Great to have Serenity here. And, here at Smitty's, you can dine in, watch, and listen to the show. You can order online with DoorDash, Grubhub, or Uber Eats, or you can carry out by calling 515-287-4742. Ben Smith and his outstanding staff are here tonight to serve you, and they will do a fabulous job. Well, this is our All Rails All the Time talk show. It's great to have you joining us for wherever you might be doing that here tonight. We are a week, in fact, just 5 days, to be more specific, away from Homecoming Week 2025. And I'm happy to say that we have several of the key people who make Homecoming Week so special for our students on the show tonight. Chris Cooper is here. Chris and her husband, Job, are the parade directors, coordinators. The Coopers not only make the Homecoming Parade happen, they make it a very fun event in Railsplitter Country. Looking forward to finding out all the details about next Wednesday's parade with when I chat with Chris here in just a little bit. Bill Lincoln Higher Club event chairperson Patty Buckland is on the show tonight. Is there any organization that supports Lincoln High School better than the Build Lincoln Higher Club? Well, the answer would be a resounding no. And you can bet that BLH is playing a big role in Homecoming Week, and we're looking forward to talking to Patty about all that. Assistant Activities Director Christy Snyder is going to be here tonight. You want the complete schedule of all the events for Homecoming Week? Well, Christy has all the information, and we have a big announcement about the Railsplitter Radio Network's coverage of some homecoming events next week. Stay tuned for that. And, of course, we will talk football with head coach Tom Alessio. The Railsplitters coming off an exciting win a week ago against Sioux City North, 39-33. And Lincoln takes their 2-3 record to Indianola tomorrow night. The Indians are 3-2. They're a good football team, but if the Rails play well, we will have a definite opportunity to win that game. And Coach Alessio has brought quarterback Dom Severino is in the house tonight, and we're going to talk to Dom and Coach Alessio about tomorrow's big game. That's our lineup of guests, and we'll chat with Chris Cooper to lead things off after we take a break. As I mentioned, Serenity Mefford, my technical director tonight. Great to have her here guiding the Railsplitter Radio Network ship here this evening. We're live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road, and this is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
A proud sponsor of Lincoln High School Athletics, Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road makes the best tenderloins in the metro. That's because they're made from scratch every single day. But Smitty's also has delicious cheeseburgers, bacon burgers, and chili burgers. And the fan favorite shakes are a must-have when you order your sandwich. Dine in, order online, or call 515-287-4742. And remember, Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
We are back here on the Railsplitter Roundtable, live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, and I'm pleased to have with me on the program here tonight Chris Cooper. Chris and her husband Job are the Homecoming Parade coordinators, and the things that they do to make homecoming very special at Lincoln High School it's a long list of what they do. Chris, thank you. First of all, thank you. I know you had some stuff going on tonight, so thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, we have some. We're taking care of some of our grandkids. Our son and daughter-in-law's out of town, so it's kind of been a busy week.
Well, Homecoming Parade next Wednesday afternoon about 5:30.
5:30, yeah.
Okay. Well, you and Job have been doing this for how many years? You've been doing it?
Well, we've been involved with it all the way back even before our kids were in school, but we've kind of been sponsoring it for the last 10 to 15 years. It's a huge undertaking. It's hard to find volunteers. So instead of it going away, we wanted to continue the tradition and committed to doing that. So that's where we're at right now.
And for a long time, it was every year. Then it went to kind of every 4 years. Now it's every other year.
Correct.
And you feel like that's a pretty good balance?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay, so you talk about participation and volunteers, and a lot of people have stepped up for you, haven't they?
Yes. So the event is next Wednesday, October 8th. The parade starts at 5:30 p.m. at Southwest 12th and Watrous. It starts at Watrous, and it goes north on Southwest 12th all the way to Hutchins. So people come out. They can set their lawn chairs out on the yards and just, watch, or along the curb, and it's a great time.
And you have quite a few units in the parade this year.
Right now we have 35. They range from a lot of the Lincoln High activity and sports groups, from football, cheer to basketball, cross country. We also have some youth sports, some little leagues, Fort Des Moines Little Leagues involved, and we also have some elementary schools.
Wow, that's great.
That's what's exciting. Morris, Howe, Park Avenue are involved, and that's exciting because we love to see the little ones involved in getting excited about being part of Lincoln.
Right. We want to get everybody excited about Lincoln High School.
Correct, yes.
So, yeah.
Community, that's what's important, and that's what's awesome about Lincoln.
Yes.
And that's what we got to keep.
So, tell me, you mentioned some of the units there, but you got a pretty good mix of
Yes, we reach out to the middle schools, and there's a title community school coordinator that's in every school, or it's shared among some schools, and they kind of their role is to spread out in the community. So we've reached out to them. I have a connection with the office managers in the local schools, so we reached out to them, and then of course Mr. Chia helps us. And BLH helps us in the school. So, yeah. Yeah,
BLH, they're just awesome, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yes.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yep.
So, yeah, this is a great event. I hope a lot of people the every other year thing, do you get a lot of people on the side? Do you get a lot of people watching usually?
Yes, we get a good crowd. It's always exciting. One thing is the junior ROTC from Central Academy is presenting the colors. So they're the first entry. And they always talk about how many people are in the stands, and stand and salute the flag and along the street, not in the stands. But that's really neat. We hear a lot of people are surprised with how many people come and watch.
Now, do they throw candy, or is there rules with that? Or,
yeah, there are. We don't really care. We want people to do whatever they want to do. They throw candy. Sometimes they hand out stickers. Sometimes they hand out tattoos. We've had all sorts of things. But, yeah, they can hand out stuff. Okay.
Let's shift gears. I want to talk about the All Lincoln reunion that's coming up on Saturday. And I know I know my wife Kim and I are both Lincoln grads. We're going to try to get to that, I think. But it's at Ingersoll Tap, right?
Right.
Just talk about that a little bit.
So let's talk about real quick the whole homecoming week.
Sure.
And all the activities that are involved.
Sure.
With homecoming, it's not just about the school, but I also know some of the local elementaries and middle schools are, having themes. They're also celebrating homecoming, which is exciting.
Yeah.
But at Lincoln on Monday, October 6th, there's a kickball tournament at the baseball softball field. That's at 5:30 and 6. The unified team's at 5:30, and then kickball is for the students is at 6, and then the parade is October 8th at 5:30, and then after that, there's a powder puff game, which is a tradition,
right?
A long-standing tradition that goes back probably 50 years, to be honest with you, since when I went to school.
Yeah.
That's at at 6:45 at the new stadium.
Yes.
And then at the halftime, the Little Rails football they do a little scrimmage at the halftime of the Power Puff.
Yes.
And then, of course, the teeping tradition that, now everybody, not just the students, but adults watch it and promote it. So that happens after the Powder Puff games.
It's just like a regular event, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. It's just part of homecoming week.
Yeah.
And then Friday on October 9th is the coronation of Pep Assembly, which is during 8th period at the Roundhouse. And then the game is at 7 p.m. at the MediaCom Stadium versus Urbandale.
Right.
So that's exciting. And then Saturday, October, we'll go back now to the Rails Party, which is exciting.
Yes.
So that is the October 11th from 2 to 4 at Ingersoll Tab.
Yes.
And it is...
Those are a lot. Just let me interject for a second.
It's
those
fun.
are a lot of fun.
Yes.
My wife and I have been to a couple of those, and you never know who you're going to run into.
You never
at those
know,
events.
and people come back and go, and it's exciting because it is homecoming week. So if they want to come in and go to the game Friday night and then do an alumni thing on Saturday, that's not really a class reunion type event, but just a short event. So it's 2 to 4.
But it's a great
it's
time.
Fun.
Great time to have that event, though.
It is a lot of fun, exactly. And we held our first event in 2017 at Carl's Place. And we've kind of moved it to, we've held it several places, but we've moved it to Ingersoll Tab, and this is our second or third year there, and it's a great place to have it. It really is. It's a great place.
And then, of course, the homecoming dance on Saturday night.
Yes. So another exciting thing that we're doing with this is sponsored by our Alumni Association, that Rails Party.
Yep.
And we are having a membership drive discount for $5 instead of the $10. You can become a member.
Right.
Please join your alumni. It's $5. That's cheaper than a beer these days. So let's go out there and support your alumni and become a member. We gave out almost over $160,000 in scholarships to Lincoln students, and those membership. Those help support scholarships.
Right.
So let's do it, because the more we can give, the better for the kids. To promote trade school, college, that's what it's all about. Taking it to the next level, giving back to what we got out of Lincoln.
Well, you and Joe talk about giving back. You guys are just outstanding. It's great that you guys are doing the parade. Is going to be it's going to be a great event, and just let me just say on behalf of fellow Lincoln alumni, just thank you, and make sure you give Job my best, and
I will.
Thank him as well for what you guys do. It's just awesome.
We love to be a part of it. We really do. We love to be a part of it.
Okay.
And I just looked, and the Cubs won, so I'm happy.
Well, there you go. See,
so October baseball.
So they're moving on to the divisional series.
Exactly,
there you go.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you. Go Rails, and thank you for having me on tonight.
Yes, Chris Cooper with us here, talking about the parade and all the stuff going on this week with next week with homecoming. We sure appreciate her being on the program here. We'll take a break, and Bill Lincoln Hire Club event chairperson Patty Buckland will join me when we return. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable, and we're live from Smitty's Tenderloin shop located at 1401 Army Post Road, and we'll be right back here on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
Hey everybody, Todd Guestford here. I'm a tenderloin guy, and I get my tenderloins at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road. Smitty's made-from-scratch tenderloins have been voted City View's best for 10 years running. But don't just take my word for it. Come and experience Smitty's yourself. We'll be there Thursday nights for the Railsplitter Roundtable during the high school football and basketball seasons. Order online or call 515-287-4742. And remember, Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
We're talking all rails all the time. It's the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Railsplitter Roundtable here. We're live from Smitty's Tenderloin shop located at 1401 Army Post Road. And, stop in and see us. We got a big crowd here tonight. Got pretty much every seat, I think, Serenity's pretty much taken here in the restaurant right now. We love this. So, and we're excited to have BLH event chairperson Patty Buckland with me here tonight. Little backstory about Patty. I called her and I said, Patty, because I don't live in Des Moines now. I live in Winterset, and I said, Patty, I want the yard sign to put in my yard, and I want people to see it in Winterset. So Patty made a special trip up here to Smitty's a couple of weeks ago, and it was a quick transaction. I gave her $15, and she gave me a sign, and we're rocking and rolling. So how are you, Patty?
We're
good to see you.
We're good. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, BLH, just unbelievable the things that you guys do. And BLH, by the way, 81 years old. 1944. Wow. So
yeah, not quite the 100 years like Lincoln, but pretty close.
Finally something that's older than me.
Right?
Yeah. So, well, you guys are involved in a lot of stuff here with all year around, but just, how excited are you about the homecoming stuff coming up?
Oh, we're super excited. We train for this all year. We have several different fundraising things throughout the year. I know Ms. Cooper was just on and talked about the parade and a little bit about what's happening with alumni. And our alumni partners are really important, but what separates Build Lincoln Higher, or the BLH Booster Club, from our alumni partners, the alumni partners support students after they graduate, and they're doing scholarships and going into their alumni situation. BLH and the Build Lincoln Higher board, we fundraise and do charity work supporting students in the building now, today. And, every Lincoln student is a student in the building. Not all of them graduate. We want them all to graduate, but they're the students that are in the building now. We do the concessions at everything on the Lincoln campus. We have our main fundraising events. At the beginning of the year, we had our chicken bowl, which was super fun and well attended. And
another long-standing tradition.
Yes. And we even talked about it on the board recently. Like when I was at Lincoln, I graduated in 2002. The grandmas of BLH, you got like a full chicken dinner, remember, with the baked beans and all the trimmings. And now, because of sanitation purposes and ease of transport, it's like a concession stand type chicken dinner. You know what I mean? Which is fine.
Right.
And so
But it's been, back in the 70s and 80s when I was, I graduated in 80, it was going strong then, too.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
so that's our big kickoff for the beginning of the school year is the Chicken Bowl. And then we do all of the concessions, of course, like I mentioned. And then homecoming is a big time. And this year, for the first time ever, to our board's knowledge, we're going to kick off the Rally for the Rails. It's going to start the beginning of homecoming week and last all homecoming week through our social media platform and our email and phone campaign. And so we're trying to start something new where we want all of the Lincoln participants, students, family, community, alumni to just donate so that we can increase our pot so we can do more things for the students. And if you want to know where does that money go for, we help school with sports uniforms. We help school with things that activities need, so not just sports.
Right.
It's fine arts,
could be band uniforms, drama, whatever they need. Yeah.
Yep. Even last year we helped academic decathlon. They went to state. We were real proud of them. We made sure they had T-shirts, dinner on the road, because as well as I do, Mr. Guestford, when our students go off campus, which we want them to do so they can compete at their highest level, like they need fed, they need water, they need transportation, they need subway, right? So we offer all of those things. We help with, everything from cheerleading pom-poms, athletic tape. We just bought choir folders for choir, just all kinds of things. Anything a Lincoln activity, extracurricular, sports, fine art group would need, they could make their requisition from us, and we help meet those needs. Sometimes we outright buy it. That's what our funds are for. Sometimes we're able to link them to a community partner who can help them with that need. So we just do lots of different charity work there. But our Rally for the Rails going over homecoming week, again, it's going to be in the virtual space, but we're going to try to make it fun. We're going to set up our platform so that each decade of Lincoln graduates or participants can identify their decade. So like I'm a 2002 graduate, I would pick early 2000s and donate, and we're going to kind of see if we can get a competition going, see if we can get something going so that we can give some group bragging rights that they did the most for their Lincoln Rail Splitters.
Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. And your mission statement, and you've covered it a couple of times here, but your mission statement is all about making the high school experience for every Lincoln student, making it special. That's really what it is, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Because I have students at Lincoln, and everybody can participate in whatever. But sometimes kids need cleats. Maybe they need black pants. Maybe they need choir robes. Maybe they need whatever. So we really try to make sure that everybody has what they need so that they can compete or participate at the highest possible level, and that nobody can say, I can't do that activity, I don't have that. We don't want to hear that. We want to fix that. So that's probably the main goal of what we run our charity dollars through, and then again, working with our community partners and our sponsors to make sure that kids have what they need. So again, it can be dollar for dollar, or it can be partnering an activity group with a business to get that meet net.
Yeah, well, it's just, that's a great thing about being a Railsplitter alumni.
Absolutely.
Just the Railsplitter alumni, whether it's being on the volunteer board at BLH or doing what Chris is doing, and and just all up and down the line, just so many Railsplitters always giving back to the school they love.
Absolutely. So, and we have a lot of different areas of focus on BLH. We have our monthly meeting. We just had one yesterday. It's the first Wednesday of every month up at school, where we get the updates from Mr. Benicati, Mr. Chia. Sometimes school board comes and joins us, and we can ask questions. We could hear their feedback, all that kind of thing. And then we do have a membership dues. We ask for $15 to be a member of BLH, and that money goes right back into our mission and helps us do what we need to do. And then, like I said, we have our big events. I know I talked about Chicken Bowl, Mr. Guessford. We have Homecoming Week with our Rally for the Rails.
Yeah, the chili cook-off for basketball for the winter sports kickoff, right? That's a huge event.
It's huge. And in fact, as soon as that homecoming dance is over, we're going to start working on chili cook-off. We talked about it last night. So that'll be
the different sports, they really get into that, don't they?
They do. We get
and
kids.
It isn't just sports, it's dry. It's all the activities in Lincoln, but everybody's trying to beat everybody else to have the best chili.
To have the best chili and to have the best decorated table.
Yes.
We get some kids who come in costume, decorate their tables really outlandishly, almost like a trunk or treat situation. Some years we've had between band and choir selling cornbread or cinnamon rolls, who's the best. So it's a lot of fun. Our chili cook-off day is November 20th.
Okay.
That's a Thursday. And then we also kind of do pep rally activities during chili cook-off. So our winter sports and activity kickoff will be occurring at the Roundhouse. So basketball will get a chance to do their thing. Cheerleading will get a chance to do their thing. In years previous, choir and the pep band's been able to perform and all that kind of stuff. So that's the winter kickoff. And then in the spring, we do our spring kickoff. Last year was the first year that we moved pancake breakfast to the spring cook-off.
Another great event.
Yeah,
another tradition.
Correct, yeah. So those are a lot of
the
fun.
band plays. The band is awesome at that.
They're awesome. And usually by the springtime, which is why one of the reasons we moved pancake breakfast to the spring was to get out of their competition schedule for jazz band and show choir and that kind of thing. And so they're able to join us. And then we've had a lot of problem with pancake breakfast in the January time of it being just so cold. And, you can't run propane. It's so cold. So how do you cook the pancakes? So last year was the first year we moved it to the spring kickoff, and that was really well attended. We were able to partner with track and soccer, and we had pancakes in the morning, fine arts as our entertainment, and then we all went down to the new field and watched some spring sports. So that's a lot of fun in the spring. And then our big fancy fundraiser is the gala, and that's another wonderful tradition.
Yeah, that's only been going for like 7 or 8 years.
This year will be our 9th.
Yes, I was going to say, I wasn't sure. I knew it was at least about that many, but that is been to that a few times too, and that is kind of a dress-up deal, and it's pretty cool, cool event.
Yep, we have it out at our partners out at Holiday Inn or the Old Crystal Tree, if you're a Southsider. We have dinner, we have drink, we have entertainment.
Silent
auction, live auction, games, kind of those party games. And then we do get a chance to welcome and honor our Hall of Famers at that dinner.
Right.
So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the last several years that I've been a part of the gala, we've been able to earn a lot of money and provide a lot of wish lists that our kids and activities have asked for. So.
All right. Well, as we wrap up here, tell the people who are all on the board for BLH.
Oh,
if you can remember them all. I know I haven't met Lucy, the new president, yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting her. But just kind of run through the list, Patty, of the great people that are on the board at BLH.
Right on. So I am Patty Buckland. I am the events chair. Lucy is our president. She's our new president for the school year. We have a secretary. Oh, I'm going to miss her name. I know we have Stacy does our membership. So if you're going to pay for membership or that kind of thing, she's the one to help you out. That we have a volunteer coordinator that connects our volunteers, both student and adult, into the different volunteer roles. Because every time we do concessions, we need like 8 or 10 people to do concessions, right? So a lot of folks are like, oh, concession line is long or whatever. Well, come join us. We would love to have your help. We have After Prom. That's part of BLH, and Miss Wendy helps with that. We have a chair that's just for like sponsorship giving, like business relationships.
And if people really want to know, go out to the BLH website and click on Board of Directors, and it's all right there.
Yep, all of our contact information there, all of our emails, that kind of thing. And then we do have a link on our website to our Square account if you wish to donate right away. But we are going to be launching our Rally for the Rails for next week.
Patty,
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for all you do at BLH.
You. It's so much fun.
Make sure you thank all the people at BLH for me.
We will. We're so happy to be here.
And it's great to have you on the show, and we love BLH.
Thank you. We love to be part of our community.
Okay, Patty Buckland, event chairperson for the Build Lincoln Higher Club, visiting with us here on the Railsplitter Roundtable. When we come back, we're going to talk to Assistant Activities Director Christy Snyder. She's going to run through the events they're coming up for homecoming week and tell us a little bit more about that, and we'll do that when we come back. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable, and we're live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, located at 1401 Army Post Road, and we'll be right back here on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
Voted City View's best tenderloin for 10 years running, Smitty's Tenderloin Shop is just one of those places on the south side that everyone knows and loves. Family owned and in business since 1953, Smitty's makes their tenderloins and onion rings from scratch every single day. Dine in or order out by calling 515-287-4742. Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road. Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
Do you know all the words to the Lincoln Fight song? Todd Guestford does, but please don't ask him to sing it. The only key he sings in is Z flat. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
And we are back here at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, 1401 Army Post Road. We got a big crowd in here tonight. This is great atmosphere in here tonight. And I am always happy to talk to this young lady, Christy Snyder, Assistant Activities Director at Lincoln High School. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back.
It's great to have you back. It's fun time of the year, isn't it? Homecoming coming up next week. It's a fun time, isn't it?
It really is. It's Serenity's laughing, but it's our busiest time of year besides prom, and it's great because there's all of these fun, exciting things, but it's always like the last minute.
Right.
Little details that are like, okay, do you have this? Do you have this? All right, let's go shopping.
Communication really important.
Oh, yes, but it's all worth it on Sunday morning.
All right. Well, Chris talked a little bit about some of the events coming up next week, but I want to really go through it here with you. It kind of starts on Monday with the kickball, and let's just kind of take it day by day if we can.
All right, let's go through the whole week. So Monday we are starting off over at Kurt's Ball Fields. We are doing our annual kickball tournament where we have different teams of students, of staff. We just play against each other and have a great time. We're kicking off no pun intended, at 5:30 with the very own Lincoln Leaders team. We'll be playing our bestest buddies, Unified Sports team, in an exhibition game.
Big matchup there. Yeah.
That's right. We always love being able to bring our Unified Sports teams into all of our events that we do, because inclusion is our number one priority at Lincoln. And then after that game, we will then start kicking off between the baseball field and the softball field, and we'll have a night of kickball fun. Then we get to take a little breather on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we will have our parade. Thank you so much, Chris Cooper.
The Coopers, aren't they awesome?
Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. And this is the first time we've been able to meet face to face, because usually it's just back and forth on emails. So we are just so immensely grateful to the Coopers. And then directly after the parade, we will be having the Powder Puff game.
Another big matchup.
Yes.
I tell you, I've been to a few of those games over the years, and I got to tell you, I think the officiating is a little slanted towards the seniors. I think it's their senior year, and I want them to win. Okay, I'm not trying to start controversy here, Christy. I'm just telling you, I've seen a few Powder Puff games. There've been a couple of questionable calls out there on the field. So.
Well, you know what I've noticed is that every year it makes the seniors hungry for that win, because the year before
they didn't get it.
Right. So they have been out there practicing in the dark. I'm getting a text. Can we get the lights turned on? And so they are out there just absolutely having fun. We've got Coach Hassan Surley for the seniors and Coach Adam for the juniors, who is up for Des Moines Athlete of the Week. Please click on to the Des Moines Register and vote for Adam in his amazing performance last week. Plug.
Well, I think he won.
Did it already come out?
Didn't Adam win Athlete of the Week?
We don't know. Okay, I think they have another day.
Okay, all right. I thought.
Don't curse the universe.
I thought I've been at practice this week, and I thought somebody said.
He is currently down by 5 points. All right, Rail Splitters, you know what to do.
My bad. I thought it had already been decided. So yeah, Lincoln fans, get out and vote for Adam Kowak, man. Let's get him Athlete of the Week, Des Moines Register Athlete of the Week. I thought that already been determined. So
it has at Lincoln, because he was our Athlete of the Week.
Yes, maybe that was my. Maybe that's where I got confused. I get confused easily, but so we got the parade, and then we got the Powder Puff game, and then we've got the coronation at 2:30 on Friday afternoon. And I've been telling the listeners that we've got a big announcement in regards to that. Do you want to tell them, or
I'm pretty excited about this. You're going to be there live streaming the coronation.
Yes, and I'll be putting in a few comments. I'll comment from time to time, but I'll let the video kind of tell the story. But I'm really excited to be there. So
the big question is, Serenity, who are you gonna work for on that day?
We haven't discussed that yet. So, but
I told her you could have her.
Well, I would sure love to have her up there, helping me out. But we'll be, if she can go have all the fun she wants to have, and we'll figure it out. But I'm just honored that Phil, we talked about it, and I'm just honored that I'm going to get to be there. So,
man, we were so excited because that was one thing that we had been wanting to do. We had talked about it, is how can we start live streaming our pep assemblies so alumni can see, parents can see. And Phil knew that was one of the things that we were working on. So when the idea came up, hey, let's have the roundtable on, we were like, absolutely.
Yeah, the Railsplitter Radio Network will be there. So
all right,
it'll be an event that people can just go to our website on YouTube and just click on and watch. So it'll be there.
That will be fantastic, that everybody could see live. the coronation. We are going to have our royalty from last year back. Kyle and Tia will be there to crown our new king and queen. This will be the second year that we have opened it up, and we have class representatives from freshman, sophomore, and junior that will be representing their classes, and we have 10 seniors, 5 ladies, 5 gentlemen running for king and queen.
All right, and I'm looking forward to getting all that information from you, and so I can, get it all processed, and we'll be ready to go. I'm looking forward to being part of it. And then, of course, we have the big game we'll be packing up and heading over to MediaCom for the big game after coronation, and then hopefully it's a happy homecoming on the field, and then the dance coming up Saturday night.
That's right. After we ring that winning bell on Friday, when Dom brings us another Railsplitter win, we will be partying down on Saturday night in the Roundhouse with our Waiting for the Night Tangled themed celebration. We're going to have nothing but lanterns and lights all over the place. Maybe if you wanted posters.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool. So, it's, like I said, when it's fun time of the year, and it's exciting, and thanks for letting me be a part of it. I'm looking forward to it, and homecoming's always a really fun week. I'm not sure head football coaches like homecoming week because there's a lot of distractions for the players, But
there is a lot of distraction. But if you look at it, I actually give them a lot of opportunity to practice. Right? They're getting extra running in on Monday with the kickball. They're getting some team building on Wednesday, coaching the girls. I mean, it's just all football all the time.
They're
with us.
walking the parade, so they'll get some. They'll
exercise.
get
So I'm like almost assistant AD and assistant coach this week.
Well, Christy, great job out of you. Hey,
thank you so much.
Thanks for being here tonight.
We are so grateful to have this partnership with you, and I'm personally grateful that you get to shout out so many of the things that our kids plan and execute. So I just like being the mouthpiece, sharing their pride and all of their hard work.
Yeah, I talked to Phil at practice, and Phil's like, hey, don't need to be there. Christy's got it covered. Christy's got it covered. He says, I don't have to worry about it. So, I bleed maroon and gold when I cut myself shaving. So that's kind of how it works. So, all right, Christy, thank you so much. Christy Snyder, Assistant Activities Director, with us here, talking about all the fun stuff coming up next week for Homecoming 2025. Oh, by the way, there's some football to be played. There's a big game coming up tomorrow night down in Indianola. Lincoln and Indianola going to lock horns, and head coach Tom Alessio and quarterback Dom Severino are here tonight, and we're going to talk with both of them when we come back. We'll take a break, and this is the Railsplitter Roundtable live from Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road. We'll be right back here on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
A Southside landmark, Smitty's Tenderloin Shop makes the best tenderloins in the metro. Just ask CityView. They voted Smitty's the best tenderloin for 10 years running. The secret? They're made from scratch every single day. Try them along with the burgers, the made-from-scratch onion rings, fries, and cheese curds. When you call 515-287-4742, you can dine in or order online. Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road. Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
Want to learn more about what's happening at Lincoln High School? You're in the right place. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Roundtable here at Smitty's Tenderloin Shop, 1401 Army Post Road. Time to talk some football. Got a big game tomorrow night down in Indianola, Lincoln and Indianola. And head coach Tom Alessio is here. Good evening, Coach. How are you?
Good, Todd. How are you tonight?
Great. And Dom Severino, our junior quarterback. Hi, Dom. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good. Coach, let's get into Sioux City North a little bit. That was a wild ending to that game. 46 points put up by the two teams in the fourth quarter, and every time it looked like we had them put away, give them credit. They just kept battling back. It was a great game, wasn't it?
It was. Not quite the defensive exchange I wanted in the second half, but our guys were resilient at the end. come up and made plays. I told the guys all week, and Dom will attest, man, I said, this team gets off the ball. It's 5 yards in a cloud of dust. We're going to have to prepare, man. We're going to have to prepare. And we did. We got the job done. Dom played a nice game. The guys executed in the end, and we were able to get that dub.
Yeah, the offense, we had a little trouble defensively, but the offense really stepped up, and everybody got introduced to a young man by the name of Adam Kawak, who came into that game, by the way. He had 1 carry for 12 yards coming into that game, and all he did the other night was run the ball 15 times for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns, and what a performance, Tom.
It was his coming out party, obviously. We knew Adam was explosive all year, and I love Adam, but he's had some trouble retaining plays.
That seems to be getting better. I've been watching practice.
It has. He's since the big runs, he's really put a little more attention to detail, you'd say, and he's progressing nicely now. So, he'll be in there at left half for us.
Okay. Well, Dom, big win, huh? We needed that, right?
Yes, sir.
After we had a couple of games where, we maybe kind of like to have some things back, but you can't go backwards. You only go forwards. Just what were your thoughts about the game the other night?
I feel like we fought hard, and we played with emotion like our coaches are on us about all week. They said most of our losses came from not playing with emotion and not playing with enough aggressiveness, especially not coming off the ball fast enough. We want to get up and down, call the play, go, automatic, and that's basically all that we need to do, and we've been getting better at it over the course of the week.
Dom is progressing, isn't he, Tom? He's really you can tell he's really in charge out there on the field.
He is, and the one thing that Dom has got better at week to week, and I'm on him, Coach Goebel's on him. You've heard us in practice. We want him to command attention, right? When he steps in that huddle, it's all eyes on him. We're listening to him. And he's getting better with that. At the beginning of the year, a little more shy, a little more reserved. But he's starting to command more attention from his players. So that's the way we want to go, right? We want him to step in and take charge of that huddle.
Feel like that's coming together, Dom, pretty
good?
Yes, sir. Just talk about, the offensive huddle. There's only one voice in the huddle, right? And that's you, correct?
Yeah. We've been, at the start of the year, we were arguing. We had bad mess-ups, bad alignments, flags. We still have some flags, but we can clean that up and go out there, play hard football, especially against Indianola. Even against Sioux City North, we had flags, but we stepped up, did what we need to do. Adam went off, and so we did.
And, obviously this young man's going to be really important tomorrow night, Tom, because, Indianola will probably crowd the box like everybody else does. And, we mix it up a little bit and make some plays in the passing game, and it could be a really good night.
Everybody knows we want to hit our fullbacks off tackle. We want to toss the ball to Adam or Jetta and try and get outside. And I've been preaching. It's just a little quick hit, right, is going to loosen them up. And that's all we have to do. We don't have – the home runs will come, right? We'll get the – speaking of home runs, a big victory out of the Cubs today.
Yep. Chris Cooper was keeping me posted on that, yeah.
Hey, the home runs are going to come, right? If we can – I personally, I've watched 5 games. I know you've watched all their games. I don't think they defend the flats perfectly, right? I think it gives us an opportunity to hit that stuff.
And I think speed is on our side, too.
I think speed's going to be on our side every night we play.
Right.
But if we can attack the flats with some easy 5, 6, 7 yards, to get them to spread out, then we can start hitting up the mountain. I think they give us ample opportunity to be successful. It's on us at the end of the day how we execute.
Dom, you've seen him on tape. You agree with Coach what he's talking about there?
Yes, sir. They don't cover the flats perfectly. If we can hit and I can get down there, move the ball a little bit, they're gonna be more afraid of us passing outside now. Then we can just run it right down their throats. So
it's great to have Damani back this week.
Bear's going to help us a ton. It's very nice to have him back. Although Tank had a nice game too. So we don't. I mean, Bear gives us the power, right, and Tank gives us more of the quick spurt and bust it out. So I'm happy with both of them. I'm glad he's back. I'm certainly good defensively and offensively. I'm glad he's back.
Tom, Indianola's a good football team, and you've watched them on tape. We've talked about it a little bit. They, they're not going to be a big size advantage, but it's going to. They really get off the ball, don't they?
They do. Since we played Thursday night, I went down. Me and Coach Goebel went down and watched them play Valley last week. Dom was there too, and I'll tell you what, Valley's flipping huge. I've never, 6'6", 300 across the board.
And Indianola was moving the ball on.
They
them.
went toe-to-toe with them, I'm off the ball. So I think, to this point, as good as a football team as we're going to face tomorrow night. I'm impressed the way their offense and defensive line get off the ball and separate and make plays. And I'm not going to lie, I love their running back as well. I mean, he should be in an offense like ours. He's got a motor, doesn't stop, and he runs the ball hard. So we got our work cut out for us tomorrow night, no doubt about it.
And I was talking to Ramel about it tonight a little bit. They're about as 50-50 as you get as far as run and pass.
They are. And their quarterback's been hurt for 2 or 3 weeks now, and there's a chance he may come back and he can run too as well as pass the ball. I think he may pass the ball a little bit better than the Blake kid, but the Blake kid throws a nice ball if he's in there. We know when he's in there, it's not as much as a run threat as the other kid. But bar none, man. They've been in Coach Culver's system for years, right? So they know what they're doing. It's automatic. It's all reactive to them. It's on us. We got to execute and take care of our business. At the end of the day, we win or lose because of us, right? Not because of who we're playing.
And Dom, we've had kind of the turnover bug. I know we've been taking medication for that, medicine, trying to do things better. And last week, Dom, we won the turnover battle last week, and by golly, we won the game. So if we don't hurt ourselves, you feel pretty good about what we can do offensively tomorrow night?
Yeah, I feel like we can go toe to toe with them, just back and forth, and if we make stops. Especially when we start off on defense, we go out here, they set my energy and my tone, and then the offense just can explode. Especially like lately, coach has been making it to where there's drills where they're sending pressure at me and making it to where I make sure my reads and my progressions are right. So if nobody's there, then we just got to throw it away next play. Try not to force anything, and like you said, win the turnover battle, and when we win the turnover battle, we win. So,
and this kid's there every night working on it, isn't he?
He's there every night working on it. I preached to him all week last week. Three things are going to win ball games, right? If you win the turnover battle, if you limit your missed tackles but break tackles on offense, and you limit explosive plays on offense and don't give any up on defense, you're going to be successful within that night. So we've tried to gear practice towards those things, and last week we kind of traded punches with the explosive plays. They had some, we had some, but we won the other margins.
Well, I shared this with you and Ramel, and I think you guys knew it, but Sioux City North was the first team to score on us in the fourth quarter last week. So we had the first 4 games, we had shut everybody out in the fourth quarter, which speaks to how our defense improves in the second half.
Absolutely. They've been the backbone to us all year long. Ramel does a great job with those guys. And it shows you that it's the second year in that system, right? So they understand, and they're communicating, and they know where to be on at what time. They've done a great job. And when you told me that, I was like, wow, I did not realize that. It's a stat I had not tracked. But kudos to our defense and Coach Lane.
And we're gonna have to be on our game tomorrow night.
Let's throw them zeros up in the fourth quarter tomorrow night.
All right. Well, hey, Dom, nice to see you, and great job. Keep it up, and man, let's have a big game tomorrow night down in Indianola. That sound like fun?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, and Coach. Coach, as always, thank you, sir.
Good to see you.
And we'll talk to you in the morning.
Sounds
okay?
good. All right. Go Rails.
Okay. Head coach Tom Alessio, quarterback Dom Severino with us here on the Railsplitter Roundtable. Let's take one more break, Serenity, and then we'll wrap it up here on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
A proud sponsor of Lincoln High School Athletics, Smitty's Tenderloin Shop at 1401 Army Post Road makes the best tenderloins in the metro. That's because they're made from scratch every single day. But Smitty's also has delicious cheeseburgers, bacon burgers, and chili burgers. And the fan favorite shakes are a must-have when you order your sandwich. Dine in, order online, or call 515-287-4742. And remember, Smitty says, eat a tenderloin.
Todd Guessford loves Lincoln High School so much, he bleeds maroon and gold when he cuts himself shaving. This is the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.
And that is our show tonight, folks. We want to thank all of our guests. Thanks to the great folks here at Smitty's for the wonderful hospitality. We are, as you've heard by now, we are taking the Roundtable on the road next week for Homecoming 2025. We'll be live from Lincoln's new turf field for the 2025 Powder Puff game, and it will be on Wednesday. The Roundtable next week will be Wednesday, not Thursday, Wednesday, October 8th for the Powder Puff game. It's the senior girls against the junior girls, and that's always a it's always a lot of fun to watch, and scheduled to start about 6:45. We'll come on the air about 6:40 or so, and we even try to maybe recruit a couple of football players, get them mic'd up, and have them up in the booth, and we'll have some special guests as well. So make sure you join us next Wednesday evening about 6:40 or so for the annual Powder Puff game at the new turf field at Lincoln High School. And we're also proud to announce that we'll be in the Melbourne Roundhouse Arena, John Carl Court, for coverage of the 2025 Homecoming Coronation Ceremony. That'll be on Friday, October 10th at 2:30. We are honored to be a part of all that, and we are looking forward to it. Well, we've got football tomorrow night live from Indianola Stadium, Indianola, as the Railsplitters take on the Indianola Indians. Our pregame coverage will begin at 5:45 p.m. with the Build Lincoln Higher Club pregame show. Big thank you to my partner here, Serenity Medford, for a great job she did taking care of all the technical stuff tonight. And we appreciate you, Serenity. Thank you so much. And for everyone else involved this evening, Todd Guessford saying thanks for watching. And this has been the Railsplitter Roundtable on the Railsplitter Radio Network.